If you're in healthcare management, you know things are moving at lightning speed. So today, we're not just talking about surviving the digital shift, we're giving you a playbook to actually lead it.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Is your management style future-proof? I mean, really? Because the ground is shifting under our feet in healthcare, and if your leadership isn't evolving with it, well, you're going to get left behind.
Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to map out this new digital world in healthcare. Then I'll walk you through a really solid framework. We're talking 4 key pillars. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of mastering systems and leading people. And stick around, because at the end, I've got some real practical steps you can take to get digital ready.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, Healthcare's New Digital Reality. And the subtitle here, More Than Medicine, really says it all. Leadership today, it's about way more than just medicine. The whole game has changed.
So here's the real challenge, right? It's not just about managing your team anymore. Think of it like you're conducting an orchestra. You've got people, you've got powerful tech, and you've got this flood of data, and they all have to play together in harmony. Nailing that balance, that's what success looks like now.
Okay, so how on earth do you manage all that complexity? Well, you need a solid framework. We're calling it the 4 pillars of leadership, and honestly, it's the foundation you can build everything on to really succeed in this new world.
So take a look at this table. It breaks it all down into 4 key areas. You've got the technical stuff, the tools, then management, which is all about getting projects done, leadership, which is about having that vision, and maybe most importantly, those interpersonal skills to actually bring people along with you. We're going to tackle these in 2 big chunks. First the systems, then the people.
All right, let's dive into that first chunk, covering those technical and management pillars. We're calling it Mastering Systems and Projects. Basically, this is your digital toolkit, all those hard skills you absolutely have to have in your back pocket.
And where does it all begin? With the EHR, the electronic health record. And let me be clear, this is not just a digital file cabinet. It's the literal backbone of your entire operation. For you, as a manager, this is your single source of truth. It's where the data lives that's going to drive your biggest decisions.
Now here's the key thing to remember. You don't have to be an IT genius. Nobody expects that. But you do have to be proficient. Your job is to make sure your team is putting in good, clean data. You need to get how that data actually impacts patient care. And you need to be that bridge, that translator between your clinical staff and the IT folks. That's how you keep things moving forward.
And this right here, this is a huge mindset shift. Cybersecurity, it's not just IT's problem anymore. You can't just pass the buck. Why? Because a data breach in our world isn't just about losing some information. It's a direct threat to patient safety. Think about it that way. It's a team sport, and you, as the manager, are a star player. Of course, all this stuff costs money, right? Which brings us to the endless balancing act, the budget. You're always asking, do we buy the shiny new tech, or do we invest in training our people to use the tech we already have better? Making those tough calls using data to back them up, that's a make-or-break skill for a manager today.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about systems and tech. But you know what? None of it means a thing if you don't have the people on board. And that brings us perfectly to our next section, all about those leadership and interpersonal skills. We're talking about the human element, and believe me, it is every bit as critical as the technology.
Yeah, this quote from Talwar and Sinha really nails it. Successful digital transformation organizations have strong talent development cultures. Think about that. The best places aren't just throwing money at new software. No, they're investing in their people. They're building up their team's skills and creating a culture where learning is just part of what you do every day.
And wow, when you talk about building that team, it means you're dealing with a ton of different stakeholders. Just look at this list. You've got your clinicians worried about workflows, IT is all about security, finance is breathing down your neck for ROI, and right in the middle, you have the patients who just want things to be easy. Your job is to be the conductor again, getting all these different voices to sing the same song.
And to do that, you have to drive a whole new way of thinking. Seriously, the old way, where every department is its own little kingdom, not talking to each other, that is the absolute enemy of progress in a digital world. Success today is all about tearing down those walls, getting people from different teams to actually solve problems together, and shifting from, another change, to, okay, how can we make this work?
And let's be real for a second. This much change is stressful. It's unsettling. For your team, it's this weird mix of excitement about what's next and pure anxiety about what they might lose.
And this, right here, is where your emotional intelligence becomes your superpower. Seriously. Just being able to listen, to understand those fears, and to lead with some genuine empathy, that's the secret sauce that stops people from burning out and keeps the whole team moving forward.
Okay, so we've walked through all 4 pillars: the tech, the management, the leadership, and the people skills. But the big question is, how do you actually do any of this? How do you make it real? So let's wrap this up with how you can put these pillars into practice, like tomorrow.
I'm going to give you 3 super simple, totally doable things you can start this week. First, just open up your analytics dashboards and spend some time with them. Ask yourself, what story is this data telling me? Second, pick just one workflow and map it out. Find the bottlenecks. And third, and this one might be the most powerful, build a bridge. Seriously, just go grab a coffee with someone from IT. Start talking.
Because here's the bottom line. The digital future of healthcare, it's not on its way. It's already here. The only question left is the one on the screen. Are you ready to lead it?